Polynomial division. Key points to remember when dividing polynomials. First, when dividing polynomials, we're going to follow the same process as when you divide numbers. Also, the degree of the remainder needs to be less than the degree of the divisor. So if it's not, that means that you're not done dividing. So let's divide these polynomials. How did I know to put x to the fourth in the answer? Well, I look at this first term and this first term, and I think x times what gives me x to the fifth. The answer is x to the fourth, so that's what goes here. The next step in dividing is to take x to the fourth times x minus 2, and I write the answer here. The next step in long division is to subtract, so that's going to change these signs, and then it gives you 0. So now I bring down what's over here, and I'm actually bringing down two terms this time because there's two terms over here, and when I subtracted I ended up with nothing. So now we start the process over, and we think x times what gives me a negative x to the third. The answer is a negative x squared, so I write negative x squared in my answer, and then I multiply negative x squared times x minus 2 and write that here. The next step is to subtract, so that's going to change these signs. And that leaves me with an x squared, and then I bring down the negative x and we start over. X times what gives me x squared? Well, the answer is x, so I'm going to put an x in the top. And then I multiply x times x minus 2, which is the x squared minus 2x. The next step in long division is to subtract, so that's going to change these signs. And when I subtract, I end up with an x here, and then I bring down the 1. This is not my remainder because this has degree 1 and this has degree 1, so I know I'm not finished. I need to think x times what gives me x, and the answer is 1. So I'm going to put a 1 in my answer and take 1 times x minus 2. Now I'm going to subtract, which changes the signs, and it leaves me with remainder 3. And I know that is my remainder because this has degree 0, this has degree 1, so it's a smaller degree, so I know that's my remainder. So the answer, you put the remainder over the divisor. That's my answer. Now, how do we check this answer? Well, we multiply without the remainder, the answer, times the divisor, and then add the remainder. So there's the divisor, there's my answer without the remainder, and you just add on the remainder. So when you multiply all that out, combine like terms, you end up with the dividend that you started with.